Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Walker. So what I've been working on is I've been doing research for my dissertation. I went back and reflected what I have done the most amount of research in, and throughout my master's and even into the doctoral program, a vast majority of my research has been specifically on women's history, women in American history. And what I've kind of changed my mind about is what particular time period and what specific concepts and topics that I wanted to focus on within women's history. So that I've really kind of changed several times. But the last couple of comp classes, I've really been able to dive deeper, specifically looking at women's involvement in religion. And it was actually, funny enough, my European comp class that helped me to stumble across the topic of the feminization of religion. And that really got me thinking, because another area that I had spoke with a professor in a previous class, my American Comp class, had asked me, well, what is kind of a topic near and dear to my heart? Well, I'm a high school history teacher, and so she said, well, what about looking into women in education? So this is where I kind of put all these pieces together. And so my dissertation topic is researching and addressing, local here to me in North Carolina, the interconnection between women, religion, and education. And what I'm wanting to look into is how much has religion impacted women's education in North Carolina specifically. Is there a feminization that has happened with religion, as well as the area of teaching, which that is actually another resource that I came across, is the theory of feminization of teaching. So I'm kind of taking all that and combining it together and walking through the turn of the century from the 1800s into the 1900s and using that thesis or that theory of feminization to really address how women have been influenced by religion, and kind of the idea, almost, is it the chicken or the egg that came first, kind of a scenario to where with society changing their perception of women and how women should be seen as equals in society, or was religion kind of turning the head and affecting everything else in other areas of life for women, like education? What I have seen and noticed more is that it seems to be that religion actually is very closely tied, especially during the 18 into the early 1900s. And then I do want to address how things start to shift, but that idea of feminization of religion and then later on the feminization of teaching seem to be very much true. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. In North Carolina, in the late 1800s into the 1900s, there were 28 women's colleges. Now, granted, all those colleges are not specifically college level. Some of them are what we would consider more high school level and community college level, but 28 total, and out of that 28, 22 of them were organized, run, and or started by church organizations. Again, kind of backing that idea that religion heavily impacts women and women's education. Today, only 4 of those women's colleges still exist in North Carolina. The rest of them that stuck around. Some of them closed down for various reasons. Some of them ended up shutting down either during or prior to the Great Depression, during or prior or even after World War II. So the ones that stuck around, a lot of them did go co-ed, but only 4 out of the original 28 remained women's only colleges. So anyway, that is what I'm currently working on, how religion and education have impacted women in North Carolina, with the idea of there being an interconnection of this feminization theory. So, thanks, guys.